Imagine dating someone new. Just 2 weeks in, she vanishes without a trace. But she doesn't really disappear. Instead, your phone starts buzzing. Once, then again, then thousands of times. Messages full of rage, obsession, and threats that never stop. In 2012, Dave Kroupa was starting over. Recently separated, he moved to Omaha, Nebraska, hoping to rebuild his life closer to his 2 kids. He worked at a local auto shop, just trying to find stability again. It was a quiet routine, fixing cars by day, going home to a modest apartment at night. But beneath his tired expression was a man still open to connection. That's when Liz Golyar entered the picture. They matched online and met up at a small coffee shop. She had intelligent eyes, dark hair, and a calm, friendly vibe. Nothing serious, just a few laughs, some small talk, and a shared understanding that neither of them wanted anything complicated. At least, that's what Dave believed. Then one day, Cari Farver walked into Dave's shop to get her SUV fixed. Confident, funny, and full of life, she made an instant impression. When he later saw her on the same dating app, he didn't hesitate to ask her out. The chemistry was undeniable. They connected right away. One evening, after a great night together, Cari was leaving Dave's apartment, when suddenly the door swung open. Liz stood there. The 2 women made eye contact for just a moment. Brief, silent, but that glance changed everything. The next day, Dave got a strange message from Cari's phone. It said she wanted to move in. When he reminded her they were keeping things casual, the reply came fast. "Fine. I hate you. I'm dating someone else." Something about it felt off. That message was just the beginning. Over the next 3 years, Dave received more than 15,000 texts and emails from Cari's accounts. Some were threatening. Others were just cruel. All of them relentless. His world became smaller, darker, controlled by a digital ghost. It wasn't just the messages. She knew where he was, what he was wearing, who he was with. Dave started to feel like he was being watched, not just online, but in real life. The stalker wasn't just in his inbox. She was in his shadow. And through it all, Liz stayed close. She said she was being stalked too. She would show Dave messages she received, sometimes at the same time he got his, that made it impossible for him to suspect her. Instead, he saw her as a fellow victim. Then came a fire. Liz's house burned down in the middle of the night. Her pets, 4 in total, died in the flames. Within hours, Dave received an email from Cari's account. "I burned your house. I told you I would." It seemed the stalking had turned deadly. The email was cold, calculated, but still, no one could find Cari Farver. It was as if she'd vanished, except for the endless messages. Everyone, including the police, believed she was alive and dangerous. In 2015, 2 investigators, Sergeant Jim Doty and Deputy Ryan Avis, took a fresh look at the case. They immediately noticed something strange. Cari hadn't used her bank account, hadn't been seen in public, and hadn't made a phone call in years. But the texts kept coming. Under pressure, Liz made one final, desperate move. She shot herself in the leg and blamed Dave's ex, claiming she was the real stalker. But investigators weren't. If anything, it confirmed their growing suspicion. Liz wasn't a victim. She was the puppet master. Then came the break. Investigators recovered an old memory card Liz once owned. Buried in its deleted files was a photo, an image of a decomposing foot with a tattoo in Chinese characters. It said Mother, Cari Farver. The ghost had a body, and it had been Liz all along. In 2017, Liz Golyar was convicted of first-degree murder. Even without a body, the evidence was overwhelming. She was sentenced to life in prison. Her web of lies, painstakingly built over 3 years, had finally collapsed. While justice was served, nothing could bring Cari back. Her name had been dragged through the mud. Her family had lived years believing she was a monster. But in the end, the truth emerged. Cari Farver was never the villain. She was the victim of one of the most chilling cases of identity theft and obsession in modern history.